They call me the old mountain doctor who still walks barefoot to his patients. I was born in America, trained in New York's busiest hospitals, but I've spent the last 4 decades in Japan healing the elderly in quiet mountain villages where cherry blossoms bloom longer and life is lived slower. My name is Dr. Raymond Kondo, and after treating over 8,000 seniors, I can tell you longevity isn't just genetics. It's what you do daily. Today, I want to share a story about something incredibly simple, something you might take for granted. But if you're between the ages of 65 and 80 and can still do this one thing, I believe you are not only rare, but also likely to live to 100. Let me explain. The village that hummed with life. It was a foggy spring morning in Nagano Prefecture when I met an 83-year-old woman named Yui. She was barefoot in her garden, crouched low, trimming herbs with a pair of rusted scissors. Her knees bent easily. Her back was straight. She stood, turned, smiled, and bowed to me. And that's when I saw it. She stood on one leg effortlessly as she slipped off her muddy slippers. I watched silently, because in that one moment, she revealed more about her future health than any blood test ever could. The one movement that predicts longevity. If you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds without wobbling, without holding on to anything, your brain, muscles, and nerves are still working in rare harmony. In fact, a major study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine followed over 1,700 adults aged 51 to 75. It found that those who could not stand on one leg for 10 seconds were 84% more likely to die within the next 10 years compared to those who could. Why? Because this single test checks your balance, coordination, leg strength, and even neurological integrity. If you're 65 and can still do physiology, not just stable, you're exceptional. But that's only the beginning. Let me tell you the story of Genji. Genji's quiet comeback. Genji was 76 when he first came to my clinic. He was a retired postal worker, thin, quiet, polite. But when I asked him to stand on one leg, he couldn't last more than 2 seconds. He smiled shyly. "Maybe it's just my age," he said. But I knew better. We ran tests. Nothing alarming. No major illness. Just gradual, silent decline, the kind that steals balance first, then mobility, then independence. I told him, "Genji-san, this isn't aging. This is sarcopenia-related muscle loss. And we can fight it." The prescription wasn't pills, it was movement and meaning. I gave him a plan. Daily leg strength exercises, light squats, heel raises. Walking on uneven surfaces, forest paths, not treadmills. Tai Chi with a local group twice a week. A diet rich in vitamin D, B12, and potassium, all proven to enhance muscle and nerve function. But most importantly, I asked him to practice standing on one leg while brushing his teeth. Morning and night. 10 seconds each side. He laughed at the simplicity, but he agreed. What changed in 90 days? By the 3rd week, he was wobbling less. By the 2nd month, he could stand 8 seconds confidently. By month 3, Genji came into my clinic with a smile and balanced perfectly on one foot while tying his shoes. But what changed most wasn't his legs. It was his eyes. They were bright, alive, confident. Because the body, when challenged gently and fed wisely, responds with gratitude even in its 70s, 80s, and beyond. What the science says. Many people overlook the body's small signals. But here's what modern research confirms. Walking speed, grip strength, and balance are 3 of the strongest predictors of lifespan after age 70. Low vitamin D is linked to reduced leg strength, slower walking speed, and higher fall risk. Elderly adults who perform strength training just twice a week reduce their fall risk and improve muscle mass significantly. Foods like sweet potatoes, eggs, leafy greens, and nuts provide critical nutrients, potassium, magnesium, vitamin A, protein, that keep your legs strong and responsive. And yes, even the simple act of balancing on one foot correlates with lower risk of heart attacks, cognitive decline, and early death. The truth hidden in simplicity. Yui, the garden woman in Nagano, still stands on one leg every morning before breakfast. She calls it my test. She's now 88. Genji is 79 and still does Tai Chi under the cherry blossoms. And every week, I receive letters from patients who once feared decline, now glowing with newfound strength because they dared to believe that change is possible. Your simple test. Tonight, after brushing your teeth, Try this. Stand barefoot near a wall. Cross your arms over your chest. Raise one foot off the ground. Count slowly to 10. Can you do it? If yes, your body is still in rare condition. If no, your journey begins now. Here's what you can start doing today. Eat potassium-rich foods daily. Sweet potatoes, avocados, bananas. Supplement with vitamin D3, especially if you're not often in the sun. Train your balance. One-leg stands, heel-to-toe walks, and stair climbing. Move mindfully. Tai Chi, yoga, or water-based exercise. Measure your strength. How easily can you get up from a chair without using your hands? These are not big, dramatic changes. They are sustainable. They are proven. And they are yours to begin. Science-backed and soul-tested. Let's summarize. Balance is a powerful longevity predictor. Muscle loss, sarcopenia, begins silently after 60, but it's reversible. Vitamin D, B12, potassium, and magnesium are crucial for nerve and muscle health. Leg strength directly influences fall risk, independence, and mental confidence. Practicing daily habits like one-leg balance, strength training, and proper nutrition can extend both lifespan and health span. These aren't just medical facts, they are truths I've witnessed in mountain villages, in city hospitals, in the quiet corners of Japan where elders still walk unaided at 90. Final words from Dr. Raymond Kondo. I tell you this not as theory but as a physician who's held the trembling hands of the elderly and seen them steady again. If you are 65, 70, even 80, and can still stand on one leg, still rise from a chair without help, still feel the wind on your morning walks, you are a rare gem. But even if you cannot, hope is not lost. The body remembers, and it will thank you when you feed it, move it, and believe in it again. So now I ask you, try it tonight. One leg, 10 seconds. Count slowly. Breathe. Then come back and tell me. Did you stand tall or did you wobble with wonder? If this story inspired you, opened your eyes, or gave you a new reason to move, please like this video, comment with what you learned or felt, and subscribe to the channel for more heart-centered, science-backed health stories from a doctor who still walks the path with you. Let's live longer. Let's live stronger. Together.